creatures of light. And I'm so happy to be back. I've not been here for quite a long time because I also fell ill with COVID. And so, which was very unexpected because I'm vaccinated. But in any case, fortunately, my symptoms were very mild. So I actually recovered quickly, even though still feel sometimes fatigue, and but it's okay. I'm fine, so I'm ready to come back. And I just wanted to come back with a wonderful true story of rainbows as messengers of love and hope and friendship. And I'll tell you this story. I cannot share with you the names of the people involved because I don't have the permission to do that. But I can tell you the story, which is, in any case, is pretty amazing. So we're talking about a very famous Italian singer who was one of the most successful singers in Italy for a long, long time. And he had a very long-standing and successful relationship with an author who is one of the best authors for songs in Italy as well. So these two people together produced and created so many beautiful songs, so many successful hits. And so they are very much loved in Italy. Unfortunately, this singer got ill pretty young and he died. And this was a major loss for the music industry in Italy because he was really unique, and also because the author, this man, is unique. So these two people were really unbelievable, a wonderful relationship, professional relationship, but also friendship. And so many years went by. And one day, this gentleman, the author of all these songs, received a call from his secretary. And the secretary told him that a medium had called him, saying that this singer wanted him to write a song, and he had the song for him. And he wanted him to write a song so that he could celebrate their friendship. And of course, this author didn't want to hear anything about the story. But actually, he believed it was a scam. It was, a fake. And so he let it go, and nothing happened for a while. But then he received another call from his secretary saying that this medium, I told her that she had dreamed of this singer, and that he instructed her to go to a bookshop and to open a book at a certain page, and that it had exactly the words for this song. And the song would be called The Rainbow. But again, this author did not want to hear about this story because he was still believing that it was a complete scam. But after a while, he received a call from a very, very famous publisher in Italy, who was a Catholic, who was a devout Catholic, but a person he trusted very much. And he said exactly the same thing, that he had dreamed of this singer, and that this singer showed him a rainbow. And he had published on the front page of his magazine this incredible image of a rainbow in honor of this singer. So the author decided to believe that something was going on, and so he went to another singer, of course, because he needed somebody to sing this song, but he didn't have the music. And on that very meeting, another singer came saying that he wanted to have some words for a new music that he had composed. So everything was ready. So he had the singer, the new singer, he had the music, and he almost had the words, because at that point, he managed to get some of the words that this medium had found in the book. And it was, of course, something related to a rainbow. And then he said that during one of his trips around Italy to, for his job, he was seeing rainbows all over the places. And so he was convinced that he really had to write this song. But there were some words that were very, very wearisome for him, because the words at a certain point said, one day I will be able to touch you with a rainbow, or to touch you. So he wanted to change that, because he said, this is impossible. Because, of course, even if this is true, uh, I mean, this singer and I live in two different dimensions, so that there will be no touching. It's impossible. And this went on for a while. But then again, in one of his trips, he was driving, and he was seeing these rainbows, and one of the rainbows actually touched the car. The rainbow was actually on the car, so he could see the rainbow in front of him, just on the car. And so he decided that he didn't have to change any words, and that the words that he had to really include in the songs were actually the words that this singer had dictated to him. And he had the song, produced and curated, and with everything, with the words and everything, and the song became very, very successful, even though at the beginning he didn't tell anybody about about the fact that this was actually a message from this very famous singer. And the words of this song is pretty amazing, because the words were saying, were words about friendship, and that this singer was saying that he could speak through the colors of the rainbow. He could speak through the leaves of the trees. He could actually sing the songs of birds, and that he was very, very much uh, close to this author, and that this author had to go on listening to true music, and that probably the singer said, probably you don't understand exactly everything I'm going to tell you, but I speak through you, through the leaves, through the rainbows, through the colors, through the wind, and I am in the seasons, in the change of the seasons. It is really a poetic and wonderful song. But this author did not reveal that for a long, long time. The song was successful in any case, because it's a very, very beautiful song. But after many years, he said that this song was actually channeled to him by his friend. But this is not everything. So this was the first part of the story. But he was also the author of many, many other singers. And so he had written many songs for another famous Italian singer, who unfortunately passed away. And I have to say that this author is a very old man now. So, I mean, of course, he had a long career. And of course, in his career, unfortunately, some of his friends and some of his clients had died. And so the second singer, too, had passed away. But he didn't know that on that day. He was actually driving with his song, and he started seeing rainbows everywhere. Rainbows on the right of the road, rainbows on the left of the road, rainbows on top. And there were rainbows everywhere. There were even rainbows on the road, actually, almost touching the car. And so he was wondering why there were so many rainbows around. And then he switched on the radio, and on the radio, he got the news that this singer had died. And so it is incredible that this person, who was not a believer at that time, as far as he said, but was actually receiving so many messages and so much love through rainbows. So it is pretty amazing because this never happened to me, even though every time I see a rainbow, I know it's a sign. So I never take a rainbow for anything. So I know that rainbows have a meaning for me. Um, and I discover the meaning during the day. But I have never related to rainbows as messengers, as real messengers, as I do, for example, with orbs, or as I do with the signs that angels may leave me, such as feathers or numbers. And but so I found this story so amazing and so wonderful that I wanted to share it with you, because I believe that messages come in any form, and probably I don't know whether this man was related to rainbows in any way, whether he had a passion for rainbows, because apparently rainbows were used by these two singers to contact him in any case, or to channel messages to him, maybe to thank him, maybe to be close to him. So probably he has something to do with rainbows. But I believe that messages can come in so many ways. But I found that the story of the rainbows really touching, especially the part of the story in which the rainbow actually touched the car, because this is pretty unusual. As everybody can see a rainbow, but do you imagine, having your car surrounded and immersed into a rainbow? Well, that's amazing. And so I wanted to share this story because I think that whenever we see a rainbow, we may have a message, and we may not understand the message immediately. But if we pay attention, probably something is happening during that day or in that particular moment. And it can be seen as a sign of blessing. For me, every time I see a rainbow, I see it as a sign of blessing, as a sign of gratitude, as if it is a sign to remind me that I'm have so much to be grateful for. So every time I see a rainbow, my energy rises, and I feel more grateful. I feel beauty is surrounding me. And so rainbows always have a message for me, but I'm sure that if you pay attention, like with orbs, a message is going to come to you, because these beautiful, beautiful signs of the magnificence of nature are not there by chance. I think they're always there for a reason. And I think that this story is so beautiful. I'm going to share on Enlightened World Network the translated words of this song. This song is only in Italian, but as far as I know, it has never been translated or sung by any foreign singer. But the words are so nice, and the music is so beautiful that if I can, if I don't know whether I have permission to share the music, but I am sure I have the permission to translate the words. So this is what I'm going to do for Enlightened World Network. And I also wanted to say something about Ruth. Okay. So we know that Ruth lost her home, and which was when I learned about the story, I was really shocked and sad for her. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Um, I talked to her very recently, so after a while, and she seemed so positive, and also she managed to follow her inkling, her intuition, and the messages from spiritual beings to go through this ordeal, and actually act on this ordeal, and manage to find very good solutions. And she was really a source of inspiration for me, because even though I have been receiving messages from angels and invisible helpers of high radiance and light, sometimes I forget, and sometimes I I get tired or too much depressed, or sometimes I lose hope or faith. And instead, she was really reminding me that whatever the ordeal, whatever the challenge, whatever the difficulty, we have support, we have help. And the more we rely on this help, the more we rely on this support, and the better uh, things are going to work out for everybody. So it is with this note that I want to leave you. It's very late now. I'm in Rome. It's almost in the, I'm almost in the night. I had restream problems. I have technical problems tonight, and but I managed to overcome these problems thanks to the wonderful Enlightened World Network team, and I would like to thank them with all my heart for that. And I'm going to be with you again, and I'm going to post the words of this beautiful song uh, on Enlightened World Network. And I hope to see you very soon again. Ciao. Bye from Rome.